Okay. Oh, September 20th. My first article was about sex addiction. The very first story, it was such a thrill. I guess I've never had something where, like, you get obsessed with a passion, you know? And this is the first time that that's happened. And so I'm learning balance, like, very slowly. This interview with Brenda made me cry. It was like my best interview that I had had up to that point with anyone. So it was really special to cover that. And then this, Fascism on the Rise, this is like probably what I'm like most known for at the Vanguard. Tracking all the different groups that are coming to Portland and like what their background is. This was like the first investigative story I've ever done. Since the election, the media played such a huge part in digging things up and stuff that was really important. I wanted to be part of doing something that meant something. Do you mind just trying real quick? Okay, cool. Okay.
We had decided that we were going to go together in Berkeley, and Anna was like a nervous wreck that day. The whole point of going there was to follow this person that was trying to plan something like the Virginia white nationalist rallies that were going on. Anna was pretty ballsy the entire time. She would, like, this is a picture of her just walking into a field of cops.
I think the big reason and why I love chasing the stories and finding the truth and like digging deeper, I think is because there were so many secrets in my family when I was growing up, and that was so frustrating to not know what was going on all the time. And I think that like instilled in me a need to find out exactly how things worked and like what the truth was. You apply to Vanguard, you do an interview, you get in, and then all of a sudden you're telling people you're a reporter. And it's like, am I allowed to do that? I don't think it's still quite certain whether he's going to stay out or not. So I'm going to like clarify that this morning and see like exactly what's going on. But it's called Archive Coffee Shop. And it's Unit 120. Yeah. That's him? Yeah. I want to understand the intersectional ways people are being affected by the economy, like by our culture. I definitely want to respect like who those people really are and their true experience. I wonder how many words I've written. At least 34,000 words. If I had to guess, it would be like 50,000, probably. A lot of my life does revolve around it. I've written 65 articles in the last year. That's at least 5 a month. I don't know. I'm like definitely burned out right now. Like, as much as I love our paper and I think we do a good job, I don't think that we have a super great platform or like a super big platform to talk about these things. And who knows if like stuff like that is ever going to make a difference sometimes, you know? I don't know. I don't know, like, if all this stress is worth it right now. I definitely love journalism. There's so many things that you hear that like really need to be addressed and really need to be made public and all this stuff, and I'm really glad that we do it. Definitely uncovering stuff that nobody else has uncovered. That's amazing. Like, that is the coolest feeling ever. And then it's cool when people share your stuff, like other journalists share your work, because then you know it's getting more eyes on it. Journalism is continuing to make a lot of impacts. I would say journalism is not dead. Journalism may just look different than you thought it did. The relationships I've made and the connections I've made to people through writing stories and working with people on stories, like, I think that's helped me be a more confident person, a more assertive person. This has just been a really humbling experience. I'm just really grateful for this last year. It's just been super insane.